Welcome to Barbies and Baby Dolls, where I talk about dolls. Big and small, I love them all. My name is Becca, and let's get this video started. Today is February 15th, the 15th day of Heart Month, and I wanted to talk about these types of dolls, Cabbage Patch dolls. I feel like Cabbage Patch dolls, when it goes right down to my roots, are where it all started. My love for dolls, Cabbage Patch dolls, that's where it started. I am a child of the 80s, and these dolls were ginormously big in the 80s. Like, there was pandemonium in the 80s for these types of dolls. I remember my dad telling us that he had to wait in line to get the first, or not even the first Cabbage Patch doll, but at Christmas time, there was a big rush for the Cabbage Patch dolls back in like 84, 85. And he had to stand in line to be able to get one doll. And he actually paid a kid to stand in line to get a second ticket because you had to get these tickets basically to be able to get one doll each. So he paid this kid in line to get a ticket for him because he had two daughters, me and my older sister. And he couldn't just have one Cabbage Patch doll for the both of us, so he needed to get two. So he paid this kid to stand in line to get a ticket so that he could get two dolls. And I think that's just pretty awesome. Um, yeah. So I never had to do that for my son. My son was born in 2007, and we never had any crazy toys like that in the 2000s. But I think it's kind of cool that he had to go above and beyond to make sure both of us got Cabbage Patch dolls that Christmas. And today I want to talk about the ones that are in my collection now. Unfortunately, I do not have my Cabbage Patch dolls from when I was a kid, but this little guy, he is basically the exact one I had as a child. I had a Baldy. I brought him everywhere. I think I'm definitely going to be putting in some photos in this video of me with my original Cabbage Patch doll. This one I ended up getting off of eBay. Let me see, maybe like 2 years ago, I got him off of eBay because he looked so much like the one that I had as a child. And this guy, I've named him Joey because I'm pretty sure that's what I had mine named as a kid. But yeah, so this little guy, like, so all of these that I have, none of them are my originals, but that's okay. Because the wonders of eBay, you can get 1985 new mint in box Cabbage Patch dolls. So that's what this guy is. He's from 1985. And then this little girl on the end, she is also an original 1985 Cabbage Patch doll. I also got her on eBay. She had a different outfit, like more of the typical little frilly dresses that they came with, but I had crocheted this little outfit for her and this little headband. And she has brown eyes and brown hair, just like me. And look at that adorable little tooth. And if you know Cabbage Patch dolls, you know that they all come with birth certificates. And her birth certificate, her name was Pearl. And I just loved that name, so I just went with it. The birth certificate for my little Joey there, I forget what his name is. I have it, but I just wanted to go with Joey. But yeah, look at how cute she is. So she's also another 1985. I got original in box off of eBay. So, and also in this video, I want to talk about um, a place that you can go visit. And it is called let's see, it is the General Hospital. What's the official? Babyland General Hospital in Cleveland, Georgia, where they have the most beautiful, oh my goodness, it's unreal. It's this beautiful mansion, this big white mansion that has beautiful gardens, and it looks like almost like it was maybe like a plantation house at one time, and it has like rolling grassy yards and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And a couple of summers ago, we went there to experience it because I wanted to experience like every little kid's dream come true was to go to the General Hospital where these Cabbage Patch dolls were born. So I'll definitely add some photos. Probably at the end, I'll do like a little sideshow of our trip to the General Hospital in Cleveland, Georgia, where you can find these little, they're called bunny bees. And these, look at how cute this is. This little bunny bee. It's so silly. And look, it has a little pouch in the front. Like, how silly is that? Because the lore is that these bunny bees pollinate the tree that creates the Cabbage Patch dolls. And when you go into this huge building, they have a couple different rooms. One room just has like, just display cases of like the original dolls. And then you go into a nursery where they have these dolls. This is a soft sculpture doll. These are one of a kind, handmade soft sculpture dolls, and they have painted eyes. And she has brown hair and brown eyes also, just like me, because I wanted her to kind of look like me. And she's got these cute little shoes. And she came with a little red dress. And I got this dress for her. And then another dress. Oh, and then I got her this other floral dress that I bought for her too. Now these soft sculpture dolls, it's a whole to do. They are quite pricey for one, because they are handmade. But yeah, she's so pretty. And oh yeah, she comes with little shorts or little undies, and it has the Xavier Roberts signature on the butt, because that is the creator of Cabbage Patch dolls. It's Xavier Roberts. And so okay, so like I said, there's a whole to do. You have to like wait at this little office, and all the people there are dressed up as doctors and nurses, and you have to wait for someone to come, and you adopt this. There's a whole long process. You have to fill out paperwork and where this doll is gonna live, and you have to give them a name. It's really fun. It's so silly and so much fun. But this little girl, her name is Mabel. Now, I only have one son, but if we were ever to have a daughter, we were going to name that daughter Mabel. So I just thought this was such a special little doll. I went all the way to get her, and her name is Mabel. And she pretty much just sits on the shelf because, like, I'm afraid to get her dirty or anything like that. But yeah, she's so cute, little Mabel. And then also, when I was there, they do, because they have a whole room of the soft sculpture dolls, but then they have a even bigger area of other Cabbage Patch dolls in all sorts of clothes, different hair colors, bald, not bald, different skin tones and stuff like that. And then they had some that were in box, like the ones that you can get at like Walmart or Target or whatever. So I got this little girl because I am obsessed with roller skating. I have a pair of roller skates, and this little girl, I just loved her. Look at her cute little skates. And her name on her birth certificate was Polly, and I also loved that name, so she kept her original name. But yeah, she's plastic, plastic face, and she has this like nylon hair. So yeah, there's all different Cabbage Patch dolls. Like I said, they have balds, like I have a baldy. They have ones with yarn hair, ones with nylon hair. But she's so adorable. Like, look at how cute she is. And then I just wanted to show off some of my other items. This is also a little, let's see, this little crib with a little plastic Cabbage Patch doll. This too, I believe, was like from the 90s or something. I found her on eBay also. She was just so cute. I just wanted her in my collection. And then, oh, actually, these two little figurines, here, let's get that to focus. These two little figurines are actually from my childhood. I had a little bin when I moved out of my parents' house. I had a little bin that had like some figurines of these and some Smurf figurines. And yeah, so these actually are originally. And you can still find these like new in box on eBay and such. But I just thought it was cute that I had these little figurines. And then, oh, look at this tiny little Cabbage Patch doll. This is, she's from the 80s also. I got her off of eBay. And then this is also, I think this was from the 90s, But look at this. Okay, so it's this she's soft. She has a soft body and a plastic head. But look at this um, little like bassinet that she's in. It actually turns into a little bag. So it has like a hard plastic on the bottom. Hard plastic on the bottom with the Cabbage Patch on it. And then the top is fabric. And then you can bring your doll with you. Like Cabbage Patch, they were so innovative back in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, so this I also just have sitting on my shelf. But you know, as a kid, this would have been so much. I don't think I had this as a kid because once the 90s hit, I I definitely I was huge into Barbie and dolls and stuff like that. But once the 90s hit and I discovered boys, dolls just weren't my thing for a while. I didn't really back up into collecting dolls until I was in my 40s again. Um, so yeah, so it's really fun. I had a wonderful childhood. I played with so many dolls nonstop. My dolls went everywhere with me. Like my one in the end there, my Cabbage Patch doll. My original one went to Ireland with me, went to Disney World with me. Like I brought that doll everywhere. And all day long, every day, all I did was play dolls. My dream when I grew up, I was going to be a mom. Um, that was just, dolls were it all the time. But like I said, once the 90s hit, 2000s, I was growing up. I liked boys. I got married, had a son. So I did the mom thing for real. And then now that my son is almost 18 and, had some life events happen that kind of just grounded me, I should say, and just realized that what really makes me happy is these dolls. They made me so happy back in the day, and they're making me happy once again. So, yeah. Anyways, off topic. But yeah, I also want to show up on the wall, I have those little, a couple more Cabbage Patch dolls in these little display cases, basically. Those were also big in the 80s. It's just a tiny little doll, and then one is like a barnyard scene, and the other is, what is that? Like a greenhouse scene. There you go. But yeah, I got those also off of eBay. Thank goodness for eBay and like, I guess people that like to collect stuff in box. So, because it's been excellent for me. Oh, this last little guy, this is just like a little completely soft little, kind of like my first Cabbage Patch doll for a baby. I got her or him, I don't know what he is. He doesn't really have a name, off of Macari. And this little doll is a doll for my toddlers. So I figured if I had Cabbage Patch dolls, then my dolls need to have Cabbage Patch dolls. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, so also I wanted to, because okay, so the doll world, it's all full of drama, regardless of what you collect or what you like and stuff like that. I just wanted to bring up some little fun facts that I found out or that I've known about for a long time, but I just kind of, with my videos, I like to put a little history into them because it's fun. I find it enjoyable. Hopefully you guys do too. But I just wanted to talk about just the ongoing forever drama there is in the doll world. Like obviously we have the big drama between authentic reborns and the replica reborns. It seems like since the dawn of time, there's always going to be drama within the doll world. And you just have to take it or leave it and do the hell you want anyways. Like, who really cares? But, anyways, so yeah, authentic versus replica. That's a big to do. Barbie, um, pretty sure Ruth Handler, well, it's known out there that she basically made Barbie because of the Build Lily dolls in Germany. Um, so there always doesn't, I don't know, is there any original idea out there? Not really sure. But even with Barbie, eventually Ruth Handler, or Mattel, I should say, bought Build Lily. Anyways, so it didn't really matter. But she basically went to Germany or went to Europe, saw these dolls, fell in love with them, and she's like, well, I'm going to do something just like it. And then Then there comes to Cabbage Patch dolls. So Xavier Roberts is, still the name on the Cabbage Patch dolls. He's, started at a very young age making these dolls. But there was a woman, Martha Nelson Thomas. She sued Xavier Roberts, claiming that he stole her doll idea. So, yeah, there's always some type of drama within the doll world. And like I said, you either take it or leave it. Who cares? As long as you're being safe and you're spending your money wisely and you're having a good time, it doesn't really matter. So, anyways, and did I mention, maybe I mentioned in the beginning, I don't know, I've been talking for 15 minutes. I am coming on today also because I wanted to do the tag, the Small Doll and Stuffy Saturday. That's by Binkies and Blankies. Leisha over at Binky and Blankies does Small Doll Saturday, Small Doll and Stuffy Saturday. And so that's why I wanted to bring on these dolls. And I needed to do a video for the 15th day of Heart Month. Today I'm not doing any statistics on Heart Month, but that's okay. Some of my videos this month have had heart facts in them, some haven't. But yeah, I had to come on, do a video for today, because that's my goal for the month of February, to do a video every single day and just show the heart of it all, basically. There you go. No pun intended. The heart of it all. How I started loving dolls and collecting dolls. Started with these guys, these Cabbage Patch dolls. And I also just wanted to give some fun facts about the Cabbage Patch doll. Let's see, it started all the way back in 1976. At 21 years old, Xavier Roberts discovered needle molding, a German technique for fabric sculpture from the early 1800s. Combining his interest in sculpture with quilting skills he's passed down from his mother, Xavier created his first soft sculptures. So like I said, I have my little soft sculpture. And then his history just goes on. He wins a bunch of awards. He ends up on a bunch of different magazines. In 1983, he ended up on Newsweek magazine. And at the end of that year, at the end of 1983, 3 million of the Cabbage Patch Kids toys had been adopted. But demand had not been met. The Cabbage Patch toys go on record as the most successful new doll introduction in the history of the toy industry. In December, they were featured on the cover of Newsweek. And then, let's see, in 1985, a Cabbage Patch doll named Christopher Xavier becomes the first Cabbage Patch Kid to journey into outer space as a passenger in the U.S. space shuttle. That's cool. Let's see, 1992, they were named the first official mascot of the U.S. Olympic team. That's awesome. In 2000, the Cabbage Patch Kid, there was a stamp made. It went on sale in January of 2000. Let's see, 2005, the Toy Industry Association selected the Cabbage Patch Kids brand as a finalist in the 2005 Toy of the Year. And then in 2009, that's when, Cabbage Patch Kids officially moved into their new home on November 21st, 2009, with over 70,000 square feet of space and featuring a magic crystal tree where guests could watch a live delivery of Cabbage Patch Kids, open daily to the public with no admission fees. And that is the General Land. That is I'm sorry, I keep saying it wrong. It's the Babyland General Hospital. So in 2009, that's when it opened. And it is wild when you see, because in the main back room, there is a ginormous tree that has all these little cabbages underneath the tree, and there's lights and sparkles. My husband even videotaped, because there's a live birth every I think 15 minutes or something. So we spent a good amount, maybe an hour inside this place. You could probably spend longer if you have smaller children and need to touch everything. But with me as an adult and my 16-year-old son, he could honestly care less, and he was horrified by the dolls. And it's so funny because when you look back to the 80s, we were obsessed with Muppets and these cloth dolls, and yeah, they're kind of creepy. And my son was a little horrified, but he humors me because basically on that same trip we brought him to the Georgia Aquarium, which has been obsessed with for years. So it's a give or take. He had to spend a day at the Babyland General Hospital with me. Then I, brought him to the Atlanta whatchamacallit, aquarium. So, it's give and take, give and take. But yeah, so it is wild. Like there's flashing lights and all this stuff, and then a baby pops up, and it's complete amazing, cheesy nonsense. And it's awesome. I definitely recommend if you're ever doing cross country trip or decide to go to Georgia, do it. Like, go to Babyland General Hospital. It's so freaking cute. And like I said, I'm going to put some photos at the end of our trip there. Because even out front, there are huge statues of like cabbage patches, like cabbages, like the baby faces. The front of the building has a big, porch, and there's rocking chairs. You can just sit out and relax and just look at the grounds. Also, so Xavier Roberts, he also created a garden on this homestead because his mom's name was Eula, and he made, okay, so it's the Gardens of Eula Springs, and the highlight is the deciduous native azaleas in the spring. We went in August, so it was pretty darn hot, but it's still, the grass was so green, it was insane. But yeah, you can tour the grounds and look at the flowers and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so it was a very very fun trip. And let me see what else. Oh, also back then, um, did I have how many? Oh yeah, because it was like 2 summers ago. So I really only had like one reborn at the time, but I was huge, back into Barbies. So I actually took a bunch of photos of my Barbies exploring the grounds. And I made a bunch of YouTube videos. Not YouTube, that's wrong. TikTok, because back then I was only doing TikTok. Did some TikTok videos of them touring the grounds. So yeah, I'll probably have some photos of some of my Barbies with some of the displays and such. But yeah, that is all that I have for today on talking about my dolls and a little history behind them and our trip to Babyland General Hospital. So you can stay tuned and I'll have a few photos at the end of this video. But other than that, that is all I have for today. Thanks for coming back and joining me on this story of Cabbage Patch dolls and the ones that I have in my collection, and to partake in Small Doll and Stuffy Saturday. And yeah, if you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.